Hello and welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Critic from Brooklyn. Today I'm here with Inhumans vs. X-Men #1. Oh yeah, are you ready? So you guys are going to have to be a little patient with me because the summary is a two-sider. So it begins, we open up to Beast, paying his respect to Scott Summers' grave at Muir Island. Beast goes inside the research facility at Muir Island to meet with the biggest leaders in mutant kind, people like Rogue, Storm, Emma Frost, Magneto, those guys. Beast confesses that he has no solution to the terrigen cloud and that his time is up. Beast also confesses that the last terrigen cloud will disperse, therefore reaching and killing way more mutants, making it an uninhabitable planet on Earth. This terrigen cloud is really screwing their day up here. We cut to Medusa inviting 3 new Inhumans to join her cause, which is interrupted. Cut again to Beast, who explains to Magneto that mutants are screwed. Magneto disagrees, of course, because Magneto is stubborn and thinks he should fight everything. Jump to the Royal Inhuman vehicles, scooping up a mutant who was in the line of the terrigen cloud. The Royal Inhuman vehicle kind of goes out and scopes out the area where the terrigen cloud is and scoops up all the mutants so that they don't get killed. It's kind of a nice thing the Inhumans are doing for the mutants. Cut back to Muir Island, where Emma Stone tells mutants that she has a plan that she's been hatching. She advises to strategically take out the Inhuman High Command in order to prevent the Inhuman uprising when they go to take out the last terrigen cloud. So she goes and targets people like Black Bolt and Medusa and this teleporting dog and a bunch of other just big, high-end royalty Inhuman family and says, we need to take these people out. If we can take these people out, then we can go and take care of the Mist and there won't be an Inhuman uprising. We'll have a problem. Most of the mutant leaders are on board, and Logan mentions that the Inhuman's teleporting dog needs to be subdued. Somehow Emma Frost forgot this in her plan. Cut to the dog in Miss Marvel, where the dog disappears. Cut back to Muir Island again. Each mutant leader is giving their opinions and voting. Forge feels iffy about it. Storm is all for it. Emma Frost is all for it. Magneto is all for it. Most of the people there are all for it except for Beast. The plan is agreed upon except for Beast, who gets shocked and subdued by Storm. Beast tries to run away and tell the Inhumans, and Aurora just shocks the shit out of him and tells him to stay put. It's pretty metal. Emma Frost, the plan then goes into action. First part is Emma Frost and Dazzler ambush Black Bolt at his home and take him out. Dazzler takes in all of his powers after Black Bolt finds out that he's been ambushed, and then Emma Stone distracts him, and Dazzler takes him out with all of his powers back at him. It's pretty cool. Jean Grey arrives at Karnak's to mentally subdue him. She puts him in a mental puzzle that he can't escape from, and Karnak's pretty powerful when it comes to those things, so it's impressive that she was able to do that. Just one person to put down Karnak. And then we cut to the Royal Inhuman vehicle. Magneto turns out to be that mutant that we had cut to earlier that they saved in the line of the terrigen cloud, and he literally rips apart the Royal Inhuman vehicle from the inside. Just metal all apart, the whole vehicle's all over the place, and the Inhumans inside are battling for their lives. And then the last part, we have the teleporting dog getting slipped some sort of sleeping pill in an alley in Jersey. And then we cut to Medusa talking to Johnny Storm about how this is now going to start the war between the Inhumans and the X-Men. And that's the end of the issue. So, my review of the issue is, it was solid, good base. They actually put out this Inhumans vs. X-Men issue 0 before this, which gave you kind of an 8 months of what's been happening in the X universe and why this terrigen cloud exists and why they're trying to get rid of it. But they don't really do that in X-Men and Inhumans vs. X-Men #1, which is kind of unfortunate. So going straight into it, you might be a little confused of what the terrigen cloud is. You might be confused on who's side and why they're actually fighting. Not only that, the art really isn't that fantastic. There's a lot of shadowing. There's a lot of dark panels. It's kind of hard to see things. The colors are great. The story is a little slow paced, but at the same time it's moving fast. But I know that's a hypocritical statement there. I think that's just because I read Death of X before I read this, and I read the issue 0 to this, and so I've been doing all this build up and build up and build up to this, and finally I got here, and it still isn't going at it, full force. But Charles Soule's doing a decent job, and Jeff Lemire, I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. He's also doing a fantastic job on it. I love his Extraordinary X-Men, and Charles Soule, he does some good stuff in Daredevil, I know, but I'm not a big fan of his stuff. His X-Men stuff has been okay so far, though. To rate the book, out of 10, I'm going to have to go with like a 6. Like a 5.7 or 6. It didn't blow me out of the water. I like the characters that they have involved in it.